And hello, everybody. It is Tom Chenault, and it's Adrian Chenault, my incredible little boy. And what a day we've had today, Adrian, huh?
How about it?
What about a credit card and a credit card company? Are you truly powerless when it comes to credit card companies?
It's just crazy, man.
They
It's
took us to credit school today, and we were clearly smartest ones in the class, but guess what? We had no power and we lost, which was really, really a bad experience. And anybody that wants to know more about that, let me know. I wish I had a credit repair business to sell you. I don't, but I think I need credit repair. It was on his old man's card, and I'm innocent, but that's the way it goes. And I am with my son. And how are you doing?
I'm great. I've been looking forward to this show, and we're going to have some fun today.
We are going to have a blast. I love these people. I've known of them for years, but I had no idea of the experience and the breadth and the width of their relationship and their business until I was down in Costa Rica with the great Rob Sperry and all those company owners and all those $1 million earners. And we're all just sitting around for about 4 days having a blast. But every time that everybody broke out, I would look around and there was Rick and Elaine holding hands down by the water or by a fire, just acting like they were honeymooners. And it blew my mind. And I finally got to sit down with them. And when I heard how long they've been in the network marketing business and how long they've been married and how long they've been married in the network marketing business, and how many times the company has fallen apart around them, yet they got back on the horse. It is literally unbelievable. And I got to thinking about how almost everybody is in the same boat as Rick and Elaine. We're just too stupid to realize it. And what we need to do each and every day is play like what happened to them is happening to us, and build your business every day like you're starting over. And you probably have a fighting chance at having a huge, huge career over decades like these two have. So welcome, you two. I love you, and it's good to see you.
It is good to be here. Thank you. Thank you. We are honored to be on here.
Yeah, we appreciate you, man. Big time. Followed you for years.
It's how long have you two been together?
Forever.
We're coming up for 49 years.
Yeah. 49 years.
Yeah. And we were a blind date.
In your first network marketing company. Wait for this, folks.
What was that?
What was the question?
You got in when first? In Amway in what year?
Yeah, November 15th, 1977.
Oh my gosh.
I told you believe that.
Now, I'm a founding member of the ANMP, which is the Association of Network Marketing Professionals, which is having their huge event here in May. And we give awards to people that have been in the business for more than 40 years. And you got, here's Leslie and Hawker, here's Donna Johnson, who you got to spend time with. Yes. Here's Al Bala. But you two are schooling those people as well as your marriage all that time. I am in awe of you.
Well, we're in awe sometimes as well, Tom. I'll be honest.
So right now you're Lori Calavera. She just said, my incredible sponsors. I believe that. And I watched you on the phone. I watched your routine. And I'm telling you what, I can understand why all these comments are coming in about loving you, because I love you. 48 years ago, you got in the biz. You talked about Amway back then. You talked about getting started. And let's just run through your history so we can get to the present and understand just exactly what you did today is the same thing you did 48 years ago. Let's go.
Well, I'm going to start it out, first of all, because, things are always a surprise in our world. We were a blind date. So that's how it all began in the beginning, awesome. Right? A blind date. When we got introduced to this industry, we had no money. We had one child. We got invited for dinner, and because we were hungry, we get there, and they
free lunch.
They bring a whiteboard and they start drawing sticks and circles.
There you go, circles for dessert, right?
That's how it happened. That's honest truth. And I will just really quick tell you, back then, I was terrified. I wouldn't talk to anybody. I'd do anything I could to not talk to you. It didn't care if it involved 100 steps. I still wouldn't face you face to face. I'd take an order over the phone, drop it off when you weren't home, collect your money later. Like, it was just crazy. But that was a fear I had. I was a 9-to-5 girl. Rick was the contractor with a vision. And back then, I just couldn't see anything. I could not understand this industry. It made no sense because it took a long time to make some money sometimes, especially without social media and all the things, right? So
Social media. We didn't have cell phones. We didn't even have fax machines back then.
yeah. So, I think we actually got in and out of Amway, to be honest with you guys, 3 times because we knew it had to be
The upline.
It had to be the upline.
It was the upline's fault.
It wasn't. So we got in and out 3 times. But I will say we had the best education through that company that has stuck with us. The way to build a business has stuck with us all the way through whatever we put our hands to because of the tapes and books. Right. So we give 100% credit to that.
There was more than it was deeper than that. It was the functions. It was the camaraderie. It was being around people that you looked up to. It was. We were 21 years old. Try this one on for size. Tom, you'll appreciate this. We were in Atlanta, Georgia. There was 80,000 people in a stadium, and I'm pretty creative, construction background. I took off my tie, I took off my jacket, I rolled up my sleeves. I was at the back of the building. I picked up a box. I walked down the ramp and said, "Where does this go?" The guy says, "Over there." I sneak in. We get front row seats. Right. So anyway, Elaine finally finds me up front, right? And later that night, we heard these guys talking about taking Dexter Yeager to this restaurant. So we follow this caravan to this at 12 o'clock at night to this little pizza shop. And we sneak in the back door and he spots us coming right out of the gates. He sees us leaning against this pole. We stayed there till 5:30 in the morning, standing there. He walked over to us about 3:30 in the morning. He hands me all his rings and this great big 2.5 pound cross on his chest, all gold. And he goes, "Here, little dream build session for you." We followed that caravan back to their jet, walked up the gangplank, got pictures with Dex and Bertie Yeager at 21 years old. Nobody asked us our name, our rank, or anything. And yet 3 weeks later in the mail comes this little package of this little picture of us with them. I have no idea how they figured out who we were. And they sent it to us.
We just always acted as if, and we just went for what we wanted.
And the belief, Jeff, when you get around people like that, you know what I mean? Like it's just piece by piece, step by step by step.
Go ahead and go if you need to.
We didn't have it figured out back then. We weren't even close to having it figured out.
Yeah.
So my buddy was Bob Crisp, who was an icon over at Amway. Yeah. And he hung out. I mean, he had 435,000 people in his Amway group back before. I mean, they were 8 tracks and he was that big. He had a jet. He was a lunatic, died, broke. But one of the great characters I've ever known. And he was telling me that Dexter Yeager and Bill Britt would have meetings in the middle of the night after the meeting, but they wouldn't tell anybody where it was, similar to the jet. You had to find it or you didn't get to come. And if you couldn't find it, tough toenails, you've got to be more creative. That's the kind of environment where you are unstoppable that you guys grew up in, right?
That's what we did.
100%.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, that's so cool. Wow.
That is cool. I see the great Randy Shannon says she knows you. She's a buddy of mine. This is exciting. Where do we, so then the Amway happened. Well, then what?
Well, I mean, it was interesting, we kind of got frustrated. We weren't being able to make it work. And we tried our hand at a few different things, just testing this out. But remember back then, you didn't even know that there were other companies. You had no way to know there was another company. unless you went to a hotel and somebody was having a meeting, right? We had no way to find out that anything was different to what we had. And anyway, we eventually found a couple of things. We tried those things out. But in between, we had other kids.
We did pretty well. There was a
Yeah.
couple of companies. There was one that I ended up flying into Europe and helping bring that company into North America, and we signed the exclusivity agreement. We've helped open Canada several times. So, all the easy stuff, where they confiscate your vehicle at the border and, all the little things, nothing that the average person wouldn't do who's a true entrepreneur.
Well, I think we've kind of signed up to be like the pioneers. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Hey, yeah, we've kind of been those pioneers when we've caught our, something has caught our eye and we see the value, we see that it's good.
Well, the product has to work.
The
right?
product, yeah,
Yeah.
but we
Like
see
it
that and
has
then
to
it's
work.
like, let's bring it to Canada. We want this here.
Yeah.
And so it's like when we've been told, no, you can't, it's like, okay, we'll figure it out, but we'll be your people. So it's just a thing. And we've had some great success, met some wonderful people along the way, helped them have success as well, which truly, honestly, Tom, that's why we do what we do. We know we can create it, but it's about looking into somebody else's eyes and seeing how we can help them achieve what they want to do. That's honestly why we do it over and over and over.
I think if I have one major complaint about the industry is it's the frustration for us when you look a couple in the eye and you've helped them for the first time. They just happen to hit the industry at the right time. The company's just going off like a rocket ship. They bring everything to the table that's required. They take off, they enjoy the success, and something goes sideways, whether it's they change the product, whether they change the comp plan or both, or pride, ego, whatever, the thing goes sideways. And now they're ticked at the industry, and yet they could have helped literally thousands of people. They made a small fortune while they were in, and they're mad at the industry because, somebody burst their bubble. And yet when we look at them, it's like, come on, you got to get back up. Like, do you not realize how many people you affected?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like, it's just, I think for us, that's our biggest heartbreak, when you know what they're capable of and you see the amount of people they affected, and they're not willing to get. I don't know how to fix that one. So I was hoping, Tom, you tell me.
I have no idea. I'm a loser. That's why I
No.
wanted you on here so bad, was because you could probably help train me. I don't do this show for anybody but me. I'm a selfish son of a gun trying to learn this thing after 74 years. I see Sean Murphy on here talking, just piling on with your accolades. He's a guy I have deep respect for. His early morning training call of the fundamentals and the basics is pretty much what you guys are all about. But I want to continue upon this, and you can mention the companies that went out of business, the companies that are still in business. I don't want you to mention your current company, because I will. It's called Super Patch. But at the end of the day, whatever you do, I just want people to understand that you never gave up. You never gave up on the profession. A couple of people did some stuff to you that did not work for you, but because you were, and I'm looking at the comments, and all these people are talking about you being amazing leaders. They're going to follow you. That's you guys could take over a country. And the company's important, and the products are important, the comp plan's important, the management's important, but who you are for your team is the most important. And you guys have proven it over and over again. And that's what I want to try to get across to everybody, because I am telling you what, Eric Worre talks about a black swan hitting your business literally every year. A leader leaves, or the FTC or the FDA or the FBI or anything else starting with an F hits your business. And you got to be ready for it. And you better,
those apps get you every time.
And you're so happy. You're so happy that they called you. What are we going to do now? Because you're that leader that's going to tell them. And I love that about you guys. So continue just the consortium of companies that you've been through and what you've been through to get here right now, because it's important. And then I want to get to how you had to start over one more time, and it wasn't even an option to do something else. You just put the spikes back on and got back on the field. And I love that.
All right. So now just remember, he's the numbers guy. So I'm not going to give you dates because they won't be the right ones. He'll correct me. So we're not going to go there. But one of the companies that we helped actually launch was a company called Kingsway. And it had a little coral calcium tea bag. So that was an interesting one. We were there for quite a while, had a very large organization, and it was a great product and great people at the helm of it all. But then that kind of went away. Another company that, again, these were all out of the States, was Tidal Wave. And that was more of a skincare line.
Had a great vitamin.
Great vitamins in that one as well. So we helped pioneer that and bring that one into Canada.
And a skincare.
See, I told you he's going to jump in, right? He has to. So,
well, look at this face. I mean, look at this.
So one that he had nothing to do with, actually, there was a couple, was Creative Memories. So that's been around forever and a day. That was the photo albums, all of that. So I was one of the 3 gals that pioneered that company into Canada. Again, that was more direct sales, not networking. And then Max International, some people will remember that one with the Max GXL with Dr. Keller. Gosh, we had an incredible business. That was in a few countries with that one. And that was a company we kind of walked away from. And then a company that we built together, very, very strong, huge organization all over the place. For a number of years, I don't know what we were there, 7 or so years, and that was Physalis. So we were one of the top earners in Canada with that company. Crazy numbers, crazy thing. It was a phenomenon. I don't know if we'd ever see that again.
We're about to.
But we had fun. We had fun with that company, a lot of great things, a lot of travel. And then I branched into something with my daughter.
I went back into construction.
Yeah.
I was frustrated. I needed to smash something. Okay,
There you go.
right? I had to just burn off some energy.
So my daughter and I, we decided, she was all about weight loss and we wanted to dig in and do something, and got connected to a company called Awakened. We were there for about 18 months, and that's the end of that story because that rug disappeared completely and we were kind of left high and dry.
Yeah.
And so that was unfortunate. We had so many incredible people on our team. And that's always the hard part, right? When a company, something happens and the rug is pulled out and you have no control over what happens and you have a team to answer to. To me, that's one of the toughest things. It's heartbreaking.
It's definitely emotional.
Yeah. And so it's like
you feel responsible, right?
Yeah, you do. It's like, what do we do now? And so we kind of took about a year or 2 break and from anything, just to kind of regroup.
So I was still smashing stuff.
Yeah.
Part of the regrouping plan.
Right. And it was interesting because our current company that we are with, we were asked to take a look at this at the end of 2023 or sometime at the end of 23. And we kept saying, nope. We just weren't sure. We had that conversation.
Rick needed his back to hurt badly enough so that he could really
right.
the transformation. So I got it.
We just weren't sure that, do we want to get back up again? Do we want to do this again? I mean, when it's in you, it's in you. When you know what it can do, it's hard to overlook it. And when you know the families you can help, it's hard to just put a blind eye to everything.
Well, I got this message from what is now known as our enroller. She said, "Hey, enough. You can't say," she says, I'm gonna keep on calling you until we're dead. I said, what? So I called her, right? It was funny because she's texting Elaine, she's texting me, she's calling Elaine, she's calling me. She goes, is she mad at me? Why won't she talk to me? What's going on? Right? Back and forth. And then she leaves me this message, and I said, what is going on? And she said, listen, you can't say no to something you know nothing about.
Wow.
And we couldn't argue with that.
I said, fair enough. We owe you that much respect.
But so we drive down to Mississauga, right? It's a couple hours from where we live. And we get out of our car and we're about to walk into the head office. And this is no lie. We looked at each other, we held hands, and
We're
we
not
said,
doing this.
we are not signing up. We are not going to do this.
We're here for a free steak dinner.
Because that's
There
what
you go.
give us if we can.
That's the nature of the fly-in. I've been down that road.
Right. Well, 5.5 hours later,
Yeah.
it was a whole different story. We couldn't pass it up, and
Well, you can't unsee
what
yourself,
happens, yeah.
right? I mean,
So-
it is what it is, and so here we are. This is our 24th month, and
Yeah.
you know,
So-
we're pretty excited. We believe that we've been blessed enough to be able to affect a lot of people, and it's a repeat.
Yeah.
You know you're a network marketer. Neither one of you move a muscle right now. You know you're a network marketer when you're playing like you have a phone in your hand. Is that funny enough? That is so cute. All right, I'm talking to him right now, so don't. Yeah, I was trying to look for a microphone or something. That was adorable. Yeah, that's so cute. Keep going.
Okay, so you climbed back on the horse again about 2 years ago, and you have done this before. You know what's possible. You also know. You know what it is, and you know what it isn't. You know that it's not easy, right? It's never easy, no matter how many times you've done it. And there's no free lunch, and it's about rolling up your sleeves. And so, what's the experience been like this time around? And where has your experience helped you? And what are some things that you're doing for the first time?
Oh boy. Well, I would say this.
Well, no team flip first off.
Yeah, we came just the two of us. We did not bring a team. We started from ground zero.
Cool.
I think one, to kind of prove to us, let's do this again. And so it was reaching out to a handful of people that we said, hey, we love and care about you. We want you to take a look at this. Might not be for you, but we want you to be one of the first. And so we started old school, with the phone, right? Picking up the phone,
There it is.
dialing, sending the messages. I'm the one that's on social media. You won't find him. He can on on his phone. He can play solitaire, maybe Tetris. That's about the extent. We're getting good. We're learning some new tricks.
AI is about to be my best friend, though.
There we go. Let's go.
But so we did that, and honestly, it was doing just what we knew how to do, and that was go to work. And it was just, put the hours in, make the calls, make the messages, expect to have some no's. Didn't matter, even though we know people love us and follow us.
See, I've never got a no.
Nah.
Honestly, she'll verify
You
this.
have
Tom.
had it in a different
Listen,
form.
No, here, you know what? I play head games with myself, and I figured this out a long time ago, probably 40 plus years ago. I didn't like my reaction to a no.
Yeah.
It stopped me. Okay, I didn't like it, so I thought, okay, so how do I get around this? So before I hung up that phone, I said, listen, is it okay in 90 to 120 days I keep you in the loop just in case? Fear of loss. Okay? I'm telling you, 99.9% of the people say absolutely, just in case they made a mistake.
Yep.
So all I did was I would go straight to my day planner, okay, and I would write in, call Steve, right? And I would call them on that day. And you would be shocked at the amount of people that started to laugh and said, is it already 90 days? Go ahead and talk to me. And what started happening was I never ran out of my list because it wasn't a no, it was just not today. And I just kept moving everything forward. And all I would do was tell them how we were doing, what was happening with the company, what was happening with the team, and we missed them.
Yep.
And we believed that their leadership was needed in this experience. And it was just a matter of time, whether it was 90 days, 100, whatever. they eventually would come in. So I never got, it was my way of protecting myself, if that makes sense.
It makes nothing but sense. We built a career on it. We built a company around that philosophy of, it's just no for now. And if your ego, if you've only got one prospect and that one prospect tells you no, you jump off the cliff. If you are completely filled in your funnel by interviewing 2 people a day, documenting that interview, putting them on a rotation of remember, which is what you essentially did, not a follow-up. A follow-up, the acronym on a follow-up, everybody, is FU for a reason. You don't want to be following up people. You want to remember them. I remember I called you like 90 days ago, and just keep them alive out of love instead of agenda, like Rick does. Your rate of rejection is so much lower because you're coming from your heart, not your head, which is what these people do better than literally anybody out there, including me. And I love you for that.
Well,
I think there's a great,
yes, sir.
I think there's a great embedded little tip in there about the way that you did that, Rick, that if you got them to say, like, it's easy for them to say yes to hearing from you in 90 to 120 days, right? Number one, they don't believe you. They assume you're going to have bounced out of this thing by then anyway. If you call, you call. It's an easy thing to say yes to. But then when you see that in your day planner in 90 or 120 days, you're not going, this person is going to be annoyed that they said yes to me calling them in 90 days. So like, I'm just going to call them and say, hey, I told you I was going to call you in 90 days and here I am. And here's what we're going to talk about, or whatever that is. And I think so much of it is the head, what happens in between your ears when it comes time to pick up that call. And so if you've put that little hook in there, that's a big difference maker, I think.
Yeah.
Well, there's too many people in this industry don't take it serious enough. This is a business. And for those of us who've been around this industry long enough, I will sit with any entrepreneur. I don't care if you're doing $1 million, $5 million, $10 million a month in your business. When I sit down and show you what I've done or what we've done in this industry, almost 700 million in sales, and we don't have any employees, and you've got all this massive friggin' overhead, and half the time you can't even sleep at night. And one hiccup in the economy and you're almost toast. And when I show you what we're doing, like the amount of entrepreneurs that we're enrolling now today with what's happening in the economy is off the charts. So it's not that we're not looking for networkers. After a while, you can only give so much therapy.
Yeah.
Okay. We love them to death. I wish they would get back up and just lock on to people like you and us and others in the industry that have fought through this.
Yeah.
Down the super fast.
But for whatever reason, they're not willing to get back. And it's frustrating because I know what they're capable of, especially when you've seen it.
Yeah.
Right. So I'm going for the entrepreneurs, because the entrepreneurs now are struggling. They're scared. Right. And yet the risk that they've had 10, 15, 20, 30, 40, however many years, if they really truly understood what we do and the amount of money available, they would just sell everything and just do what we're doing, right?
Yeah, getting to the point where you can eloquently explain the difference between this and everything else is the difference between winning and losing in this profession, I believe. And you might not be able to do that with words. You've got to do it with heart. And what you just said was, I can't believe everybody doesn't understand the size and the scope of this opportunity and of this profession. And that's basically the story of our life. And I was talking to Adrian because he gave me who's that guy? Rick Rubin. He gave me an interview. Who was the other guy?
Bill Gurley.
A guy named Bill Gurley. And the guy was speaking and he said, you know what? I like passion, but that only goes so far. I like obsession, but that only goes so far. And what I'm proud of is I am so fascinated by what I do for a living that I wake up every day trying to learn a little bit more about this magic profession that I'm in called network marketing. And I got to thinking about that because I've got, I know Eric, Taylor's dad, Eric, really, really well. And I just got a new, I get like a book a week by network marketers that have sent them to me. And I read them because I'm fascinated. And when I heard that podcast, I think that's what's got me in the game to this day. And I think what keep you in the game is that fascination over and beyond passion and obsession. Would you guys agree with that?
Yeah.
100%. I'd like you to write that out, and I'm going to put it on a plaque.
We didn't go to Costa Rica it's because we are absolutely fascinated by going and learning from those people that people think are competition. And it's those people that think they know it all that are instantly losing, right?
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Too many people feel. I'm gonna step off a cliff on this one.
Hit it.
There's givers and there's takers, right? And we've been through enough over the years, and we've been very, very fortunate. We've been blessed to be around some of the best in the world, literally.
Right.
And I mean, we could tell we don't have enough time to tell you all the stories of aha moments that were poured into us. 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, here, there, everywhere, all over the place, all over the world. And if we could change a couple's life from a mess that they're in right now and just breathe enough life into them that it changes the next 3 generations in their family.
Yeah.
They don't have to be in our business.
Nope.
Okay. They just need to be in the industry.
Yep.
Why? Because I know they're going to give back.
Mm-hmm.
And that's okay. It's okay.
Mm-hmm.
Not everybody gets that, Tom. You know it better than anybody.
So I know that you do a big opportunity call on Saturday morning, Elaine.
Yep.
And I know that you guys have meetings in your local area. And when you launched your business last year in Canada, you packed a house. And it's all the fundamentals of network marketing that you're doing that everybody else is talking about it being obsolete. And they sign these people up, and then they throw them to the wind to go to the next enroller bonus to sign people up and throw them to the wind instead of stopping and developing the leadership that is going to keep this profession alive and keep their businesses alive forever. It is a long-term fix with a short-term solution. That's what you guys do really well. It's what you do every day, and it's why you're who you are. Would you agree?
I would say yes. I mean, our big thing is relationship building.
Yeah.
It's not always about who can run the farthest and the fastest. It's who sticks, who stays, who grows, and who is growing themselves along the way.
Yeah.
So we do have local events. We get together with people. We'll have fun team events outside of a business meeting to build relationships. We'll travel to different cities. And, we had a fun one. One of our top leaders put on something last summer, and it was a big, giant thing that we invited everybody to. Just a time to get to know each other, right? Because I find so many times we're behind the screen. Like, we just came back from our convention in Vegas, and so many people we had never met, but we had seen. Kind of like, I've never personally met you, Adrian, but I would know you if I walked up to you. But you get to hug that person that you've been sharing with, that they've been crying, trying to work through their problems and challenges, and then they've overcome and you've celebrated, but all with a screen between the two of you. And that's the feeling is so different when you can get around them and you're with a group of people, and it's just, the whole vibe is very, very different. So we are all about personal stuff. We're all about team incentives. We're about getting together. we're about taking that new person, and we kind of do, you know, where it's like, I'll do it for you the first time, the second time we'll do it with you, and the third time you go do it by yourself, but take somebody along with you, right? So that's kind of what we teach our teams and how we build moving forward.
Talk about those 3 kids and those 9 grandkids.
We have got 3 of them, 3 amazing daughters, 3 incredible son-in-laws. We have 9 grandkids. Yeah, just wild, crazy. Each one is amazing. I can't believe the oldest one is like 27, 28, something like that. We have 3.
If you're watching, sorry.
Yeah, right. Dylan won't be on. But we have 3 beautiful great grandchildren.
Soon to be potential 6.
Yeah, you never know, right? It's just crazy. We are so blessed, but honestly, that's why we do what we do. I missed being with my kids growing up, when they were growing up, because I was working full time for corporate and doing Rick's books for his construction, and raising 3 girls. So I wasn't home with them to give them all the things I see some moms be able to do now, but to be able to do that with my grandkids and be there to cover when their moms are busy or when the kids are sick and mom has to work. It's like, yeah, pick me. They can come with me. I love it. It's a big part of who I am and what I do.
When your house is a madhouse. I mean, every weekend the whole family comes over and they're out of their mind having fun.
Yep.
The reason I bring that up is because the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow in network marketing, I got in it for the money, but I made a lot of money, but I didn't realize I was going to need the health, and I didn't know I was going to need the community and the friends. And they were like the second byproduct. I got in because I was just dead broke and I had to do something.
Yeah.
But I finally made the money. But when I realized the money was just a byproduct of the relationships I've got and the health that I've got and the time that I've got, it is the greatest thing going that everybody needs to grab hold of. And I just pray every day that they can meet somebody like you two that are still relevant, that have not gotten onto that lofty spot where they think they're better than everybody else. That's what I love about you guys. You two are still like me, Joe Lunchbox. You would think that you guys were dead broke.
I actually have a steel lunchbox, and I still.
Oh, how about our little lady? Did you take that down? Elaine, Laura Lipinski. Do you remember that beautiful woman from Germany?
Sure do.
What the hell time is it in Germany? It's like midnight. Go to bed, Elaine or Laura. Unbelievable. She is the best.
So nice. Yeah.
And she's a beast too, man. She's got a big group under her. And going back to obviously Rob Sperry's mastermind in Nevada that's coming up, you want to go to that. And you want to go to the ANMP. These are like non-negotiable things. And you think, what am I going to learn? Everything. What are you going to get? Relationships that are going to carry you for the rest of your life. I saw you guys sitting down a couple of times with Donna Johnson, one of the biggest networkers on the planet, Al Bala you guys were smart enough to build, what the hell's his name? Who was the kid named Josh? Robbie Fender and his wife. I can't believe Robbie. Sorry, you owe me money. And it's so exciting.
He will forgive you for that.
Yeah, he walked out on a tab on me, so I had to do that. So at the end of the day, you guys are the best, and we love you, and we want you to come back on the show. And how do we put for the people to get a hold of them?
Where's the best place to find you guys?
In a little place called London, Ontario, Canada.
There we go. Let's go. I'm on the way.
On Facebook.
On Facebook. All right. I like he's a belly to belly guy. Get up here and come see us.
One of my biggest I don't know what's going on in London, Ontario, but I will tell you this.
We're actually thawing out a little bit right now.
Some of my best friends in Alcoholics Anonymous live up there. So you guys must drink a lot. And I'm going to go up and see them and see you and see your 3 kids and see your 9 grandkids.
We would love that, Tom.
I'm going to send you guys because you were such awesome guests.
Friend of ours.
And the sponsor of the show is obviously Now Sight with Adrian. And here is the sweatshirt, Love Like Crazy, Then Love More, or Fire Your Brain, Hire Your Heart, or my favorite one, We Love Misfits. We're going to send you So Michelle will call you and we'll get you dialed in. But God bless you both, and thanks for coming on. We had a blast, and I knew it was going to be this way.
Thanks, Tom.
Everybody, do what they do. Treat your business like you're starting over every day, and it will continue to pay you for the rest of your life. Would you agree with that, you guys? Before we go,
100%.
Absolutely.
100%.
Absolutely.
we love you. We love you. We love you.
Thank you guys so much.
Appreciate you so much.
Yeah.
Thanks a million.
Great show. Beck Sadek next week, going to be another great one. And
Who is it?
Beck Sadek.
Oh, Beck Sadek. You guys remember her?
Oh,
Yeah, she's the beast.
I'll be there.
Looking forward to it.
She invented happy juice. Woo! All right.
All right, guys. Y'all take care. See you soon.
Take care.
Bye, guys.
Bye-bye.